Hi everyone, welcome back to another trading day. I'm Johan Milan, and today, Tuesday, 6 February 2024, my trade setup directions for today will be long on the US dollar, the CAD and the yen, and short on the pound, the Australian dollar and the euro. Our first pick of the day is a potential short on the euro yen. But before we proceed, remember that trading carries risk and never trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. And at the end of this video, I'll show you my favorite trade idea for today. So let's get started and turn pips and points into profits. On the euro yen, still the same as yesterday. Euro still in the red zone, yen still in the green zone. Yen actually pushing a little bit upwards again, but I don't have a lot of trust in a strong yen. But the main focus for me is to be short on the euro. So if I can get this to retrace back to this area, I will then look for some shorts on this big swing of 61% Fibonacci. The only worrisome part here is that we might end up with a head and shoulders. The shoulder, the head, and the shoulder, and there's your neckline, right? So neckline. So it should be one of those that spikes through and then reverse from there. That means a lot of traders or retail traders most likely trading straight patterns. This is why you cannot trade a straight pattern, is that because the trend is bearish and we can clearly see euro yen definitely on the short side. So if you get a reversal here, a lot of traders will get sucked in there and then they will be blown out in bubbles if that trade fails. We could be the ones that getting blown out in bubbles, we never know. But there's too much bearishness in this. However, the head and shoulder pattern is there and something to watch. But I'm still keen on the big swing, 50 to 61% trade zone. We can now actually bring down that level slightly to that area there. So right, if I can get a retracement there, I will then look for some shorts. The pound Australian dollar blow us out in bubbles. We got this very nice setup, the break, the retest. Everything went for this trade, guys. It's just one of those things. And we had the pattern, the retracement, the morning star. I've explained it on yesterday's video, and it came back. I said do not do the halfway mark because the RS did change yesterday during the day, but then last night it stopped us out at a full loss. So unfortunately, a bad trade, but that's part of the game. And sadly, I would also love to have all my trades winning trades, but sadly it doesn't work like that. So if we look at the pound Aussie after being stopped out, I can't see any new entries here. The trend wants to change. It might be something like that. It wants to change. They're both in the red zone right at the bottom. So I would like to be short on both, and that's impossible in a currency, in a single currency pair. So I'll step away from this one and remove it from my watch list for today. In the Euro CAD, after quite a few successful shorts here on the sideways range, we still look at Euro CAD. I want to be short Euro, I want to be long CAD, and this pair, if I short this, will give me both of those directions. So really the same as the whole of last week and the beginning of this week. I'm still waiting there. If I get a retracement up there between the 50 and the 61% level, right at that market structure there, the most recent one, I'll then look for some shorts if I can get some nice 4-hour or 1-hour reversals there. Aussie yen, that's the short on Friday, and now with a new low here, one can trail the stop loss to that high. Guys, you must give it at least a 10 pip slippage plus your spread. So on the crosses, the spreads are big. It's more costly trading them, but they're not that difficult to trade, and the dollar is not that heavily influencing it. And so yeah, it's more costly, but they work very, very well on this type of trading. Trail the stop loss to 10 pips above that. That should be roughly there. So you started out with a stop loss up on those highs. If you would have put this at the right place, always 10 pips plus roughly the spread. If you got that trade there, you can see here you got about 50% risk left. If you did that one, you've got less than 50% risk left, right? So let's see where it goes. No chance of doing anything here. If I look at the Aussie yen here, I'm still keen on shorting. Well, if you are short, you stay short. But if you're not in the trade, you get still a candle reversal here. Still legit, still 100% fine on a reversal candle here. But this was up since last week. So this trade came in Friday. So nicely at this stage, slightly underwater there, but up on the sweet spot entry. So very nicely done. Let's hope for the best there. Aussie definitely a lot weaker than the yen. So the probabilities are on our side for a bearish move here. So let's hope for the best there. And the New Zealand yen, pretty much the same scenario. You will see why I warned you yesterday on the New Zealand and the Aussie all doing the same thing. Let me just flash through them. Aussie yen spiked last night. New Zealand yen spiked last night. New Zealand Swiss, heavy run up last night. Okay. Aussie Swiss, run up last night. You can see how they all four did the same thing. Okay. So getting back to the New Zealand yen, the New Zealand weaker than the yen, getting a bit iffish, but quite a nice sell-off coming in here now with a new low here last night. One would trail the stop loss from that eye to that eye. Again, roughly 10 pip slippage plus about the spread. So let's hope that we can get still some move here. Pretty much you had the halfway mark entries, the sweet spot entry. Let me just mark it again, roughly there. And the entry came in on these lows here, there. Right, let me just put it above that yellow line. And the targets have been set on yesterday's video. You can watch yesterday's video to see how I worked out the targets. Still looking good. New Zealand yen getting slightly iffish, but still good. If you want to, if you're not in the trade and you would like to get into the trade, it's getting a bit iffish. All right, it's getting a bit iffish this one. So I'm not that keen, but we are in the trade. So just sit and hold tight. If it makes a new low from here, if you see the market come down and break to a new low from there, you can trail yet again the stop loss up there. Just patience, guys. Some trades work quickly, some fail quickly, but some takes a while to mature. So just give it a chance. Just follow the rules. I'll guide you every morning in what to do. Then the New Zealand Swiss, gap down last night actually, and just rallied up there. All right, so stop loss on this trade. It's a dark cloud cover there. Stop loss on this trade, 10 pips above that there, so it's actually higher than I marked there. Remember, I never marked the exact level. Standard rule, 10 pips plus the spread. So up there, let's see. I can't see anything else that you can do here. Just sit tight. That's why you can see you can't risk a full risk on everyone, especially when there's New Zealand and the Aussie involved. Very difficult. Right, but with the New Zealand Swiss now both neutral, if you're not in this trade, stay out. Don't bother getting into the trade. That's not telling me anything. All right. And the Aussie Swiss is the other one. Nice bearish engulfing. And if you add your 10 pips there, it's just. See, that's why you needed the spread, because from there to there is 9 point something. If you put it right at 10 pips, you would have got stopped out due to a spread of about 4 pips. So you take your 10 pips plus the 4, so it's about 14, 15 pips you put it above that high. All right, but if you look at the Aussie there, Swiss there, still good. So this is still perfect to get into the entry. I'm starting to pick up a little bit of a consolidation and then the potential for a consolidation breakout. All right, so a little flag pattern if you want to give it a name. So it is still good to be in the trade. The reversal off there at the zone is also good. And then, well, we will see by the time it breaks down here. If RS still confirms, there could be the break and the retest. So there's a lot of trading that can come up on the Aussie Swiss. Then the Euro Swiss, you see the Euro Swiss getting a little bit iffish, but such a strong level. I'll still see if I can do something there. I'll extend the line to that high there. If it gets reversed, it's also the danger here of head and shoulders. You can also see here the shoulder, the head very deep, and the shoulder there. So not really good. We like to see the shoulders to be roughly the same. So I'm not that worried about this one, but it's just interesting to see how they form. We also had a little double bottom here. So a lot of support coming in here. But if I can get a strong reversal off there, and I can get the Euro Swiss to stay apart, then I'll consider some shorts there. In the Aussie Cat, Aussie, way weaker than the Cat. I like this one. And the big swing from up there down there, this most likely would be a daily swing. See that swing there? So when it gets back to that 4-hour level,
50 to 61% there, right in the trade zone there. You see, we can pick it up there. Support, 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 becoming resistance, resistance. And if it gets back up there, the chances that it will become resistance again is very good. And if it doesn't, most likely it's going to cut through that line like a hot knife through butter. But if I get a strong reversal there, I'll definitely consider some shorts. And my favorite trade idea for today is a potential long then, guys, on the US yen. But first, if you are new to this channel and find this video helpful, you can support the channel by giving this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button for me so I can keep making content like this. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. So on the US yen, US still very strong. Yes, I am worried about the yen definitely. So the only reason why the setups today is very difficult. There's no clear-cut setups which I really like. The only reason why I've selected this one as my favorite one is because the setup is very, very clear. We got support, support, resistance, starting of a new trend, Fibonacci retracement. I highly doubt if that's going to retrace there today. So it's not, it shouldn't be really my best setup for today, but technically wise, this one looks the best. But I highly doubt if it's going to come back there. You can see here also this could turn into this retest of this falling trend line. So there's a lot coming together there. So I'm putting it up because I like it a lot. If something happens, and I can still see that the US yen, they're both the same color. That bothers me a little bit. But the yen and the Swiss keep swapping around here. They keep swapping around here. So it shows that the yen is not that strong. It sometimes goes to the number 4 spot, and then number 3, and then number 4. But the dollar is the focus point. That's where I want to belong. And this is also be a place that I can belong. You will see that on the daily chart of the dollar index is now cut through 89 moving average, through a 200 moving average. It's all bullish, and that's it. Our short-term indicator shows us bullish. So there's nothing preventing me from being long dollar. Guys, trading isn't just about my insights. I want to hear from you. Drop your questions, share your experiences, or tell me which trading opportunities you're eyeing in the comments below. I've been trading since 2003. And if you are eager to take your trading skills to the next level, check out the link in the description to join my mentorship program and support this channel by opening a trading account with a trusted broker from the link below, which I've been using since 2010. Thank you for joining me today on this trading journey. Don't forget to trade responsibly. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, trade well.